Alicia.
Hi!
What's up?
How is it going?
So, shall we start our campus searching?
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Best tourism and digital campus in Bali.
I found the perfect one for you. Please stand up.
But why here?
Right. Standing in the heart of world tourism, PIB College was built on 15 hectares of pure green goodness. Goodbye stuffy classroom, hello fresh air. At PIB, Culinary Arts Gastronomy Program isn't just about cooking. With the top-notch facilities and the help of experienced chef, you will learn all about cooking and baking with the right technique so you can make incredible gourmet food that tastes really good and looks really good, packed with nutrient that makes it excellent. Now let me take you to another side of fun. Hotel Management Program will put you in the heart of hospitality world. You can learn directly from 5-star hotels and industry professionals. You'll learn what it takes to make stays feel like home, make every guest like a VIP, and make sure every little thing is in their perfect state. And for you, the experience maker, Event Management Program. It goes beyond organizing. This is the program where you create epic moments, from brainstorming cool ideas to bringing them into reality. This is the program where you can learn and making experiences that will stay for a lifetime. Next, the Digital Business Program. It's more than just about technology. It's about driving innovation, creating cool trends, and planning your winning strategy, from web designing to digital marketing. The program that gives sharp business ideas and the digital mastery you need to thrive in the tourism and fast-paced digital landscape. In PIB, we embrace the journey of self-discovery and personal growth, diverse range of support, and an uplifting community. Whether you're looking to relax or get active, you'll find a place to thrive. You can even case your opportunities to the dream countries through Global Internship Program. So dream boldly, dare greatly, let your passion be visible. For here in PIB, dreams are made possible.
Executive management programs will be conducted in 1 year at Polytechnic International Bali and 3 years at the Purba Kempinski Bali. These combinations of learning will maximizing the delivery of excellent classrooms experience paired with the exquisite property of the Purba Kempinski Bali.
We have built up the executive management program with PIB School for the simple reason to respond to needs for the future. So it's a long-term goal.
Jadi program IMP ini adalah perwujudan dari program pendidikan vokasional. Program ini adalah program yang sudah digariskan oleh Presiden kita Jokowi untuk menghasilkan tenaga kerja yang mumpuni. Dan ini adalah kesempatan yang baik bagi calon student untuk bisa experience dunia kerja pada early stage.
With a focused study in year 2 until 4, the students will receive a direct knowledge and expertise from the signature trainers and hotel managers. In addition, also these students will be conducting a project based as their final year assignment, on which will enhance the students' managerial, analytical, communications, and leadership skills matched with the programs of the Purba Kempinski Bali.
Program ini adalah bentuk dari komitmen PIB untuk selalu berinovasi di dalam mencetak student experience maupun academic excellence yang terbaik.
So the outcomes we are looking for these programs are to be able to bring new talents to the forefront and help this talent to develop on a faster track. This will bring new energy into the educational system, into the way we are going to be able to operate. These programs already exist in other destinations worldwide and are not new and have brought a lot of benefit to organizations.
In the long run, this program will create a future graduates with a strong leadership and entrepreneurial skills. Furthermore, the graduates will also have a greater chance to fill strategic positions at the Apurva Kempinski Bali.
Most of the people who have come out of these programs have become general managers. So there is a very strong belief that we can establish the same in Indonesia. The partnership with PIB and the Apurva Kempinski Bali is a strong one. And we sincerely believe that we can develop these talents. So the outcome will be a positive outcome for the trade, for the scholars, for the school systems as well. So everybody will benefit.
Jadi dari program IMP ini yang paling diuntungkan adalah student itu sendiri, ya. Kalian para student dan juga orang tua, ayo pelajari lebih dalam dari program ini.
We're looking to have a successful first batch of these programs and industry recognitions, and continue our strong commitments in delivering better quality in hospitality education, not just in Bali, but also in Indonesia.
The hopes for this program is that it will continue with the years to come because it needs to. It's a long-term objectives, and it will become the new reference for the hotel trade, for the schools, and for the student as well.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I have attention, please? Kindly take your seat, return to your positions, and ensure your microphone is mute. To make this a webinar more engaging, we encourage you to turn on your cameras and update your virtual background. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PIB International Webinar Series, special edition on youth theme, bringing young people into the tourism family business. It is an honor to inform you that among us here, we have the Director of PIB College Indonesia, Professor Dr. Insinyur Anastasia Sulistiawati, BAE, MM, MS, DTH, PhD, DAG. Honorable the Director of Partnership and Event, PIB College, Ms. Made Heri Erika Sedana, MTR Par MSc, as a moderator today. Respected our invited speakers, Mr. Igusti Sidi Wikramayana, Director of Operations, BAM Tours Bali, Indonesia. Ms. Ana Agung Keisha Radharani, Sales and Marketing Executive, Phenom Event, and student at Curtin University, Singapore. Ms. Corina Permana Salim, student at Fudan University, Shanghai, China. Mr. Gede Tristan Desirata Rama, Founder and President Director TDR Films Indonesia. And alas, all the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Veronica Ayu, and I'm happy to be here with you. First, thank you to all the speakers and everyone here for joining us today. We truly appreciate your time and presence. Please fill out the attendance form to receive your certificate. The link will be shared in the chat box shortly. After the webinar, we will email your certificate. PIB College was founded with a strong devotions from its founder, driven by the belief that education is a precious gift, a path of opportunities, a guide through challenges, and the best investment for the future. Now, it is the honor to invite a woman who inspires all generations, the director of PIB College, Professor Dr. Insinyur Anastasia Sulistiawati, BAE, MM, MS, MIS, DTH, PhD, DAG. for a welcoming remarks. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Vero. Hi, everybody. Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Namo Buddhaya. Rahayu, Rahayu. Our distinguished speakers, Mr. Tristan Dirama, Miss Ida Ayu Astari Prada, Miss Sidi Wikrama Yana, Miss Anak Agung Kesia Rada Rani, Miss Corina Permana Salim, our lovely moderator, Miss Erika Sedana, all the department heads at PIB College, and all the participants joining us in today's webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, with great joy and pride, I welcome you all to the PIB International Webinar Series Special Edition on Youth. With inspiring theme, bringing young people into the tourism family business. This event marks yet another milestone in our collective effort to nurture and future of tourism by empowering the next generation of leaders. Tourist sector in an integral and inclusive sector, allowing all people from all generations to get involved. Currently, the involvement of youth in tourism family shows positive trend, indicating more inclusive sectors of tourism. The integration of young people into ensures the sustainability of these enterprise and preservation of local tradition, values, cultural heritage. Today, we gathered to exchange ideas, share the best practices, inspire one another, and create a future where you drive tourism in innovation and resilience. Our honorable participants, at Polytechnic International Bali, we have always believed in the potential of young people as a change makers. The creativity, adaptability, and passion for excellence are what we need to overcome the challenges of today's dynamic tourism landscape. This webinar serves as a platform to connect young minds with seasoned professionals, fostering collaboration and innovation in the tourism sectors. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished panel of speakers who have graciously agreed to share their insight, experiences with us today. Your contributions are invaluable. Your expertise will undoubtedly inspire our participants to explore new opportunities and embrace challenges with confidence. To all our participants, I encourage you to actively engage as questions and make the most of this unique opportunity to learn and grow. I don't doubt that you will leave this webinar with new ideas and perspective to bring to your perspective journey. Once again, welcome to PIB International Webinar Series. Together, let us celebrate the spirit of young and innovation. Let us take our step closer to building a brighter, more inclusive future for the tourism family business. And I would like to take this great opportunity to invite you to visit PIB campus at your most convenient time. Let's stay in touch and build a close communication to deliver a greater learning experience to our education development. Thank you, and I wish you all fruitful and inspiring session. Om Santi Santi Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Nama budaya. Rahayu Rahayu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank
Suli.
you, moderator.
Thank you, Prof. Suli. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our main agenda. But before we start the main sessions, I would like to inform everyone that if you have any question during this webinar series, please feel free to type it in the chat box. Next, the presentations from our experienced speakers and discussion session will be handled by our moderator. We invite Ms. Made Heri Erika Sedana, MTR Par MSc, to the virtual stage. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Ms. Veronica Dwiatmaja, our MC for today. So, hello, young generations, parents, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon from PIB College School of Tourism, Digital and Creative Arts. First of all, of course, once again, welcome to our international webinar series with special edition on youth, with a very special topic today, bringing young people to the tourism family business. Once again, young generation, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Erika Sedana, Director of Partnership and Events of PIB College. It is indeed a pleasure to have you all here online, and it is a great honor to be part of this essential webinar. I would like to also address our great honor to the Honorable Ibu Professor Dr. Insinyur Anastasia Sulistiawati, BA, MS, MM, MS, DTH, PhD, DAG, as Director of PIB College, who were extending the welcoming remarks earlier. Then, of course, to all speakers, I would like to say hello to Ms. Anak Agung Kezia Radharani, Sales Managers, Sales Marketing Executive of Channel Events Indonesia, who is currently based in Singapore. Then Ms. Corina Permana Salim, a student of Fudan University, Shanghai, China. Then also to Mr. Tristan De Rama, Founder and President Director of TDR Films, based in Jakarta, Indonesia. And of course, Mr. Igusti Sidi Wikra Mayana, Director of Operation of BAM Tours and Travels, based in Bali, Indonesia, and doing a regular business trip to Paris, France. And of course, all participants joining our webinar session today, once again, welcome, and thank you indeed for managing your time to attend this international webinar session. I would like to address my regret that Ms. Prada would not be able to attend this webinar due to other commitment. Well, young generation, ladies and gentlemen, and parents, and also our partners who is attending the webinar session today, the global tourism industry has undergone a very significant transformations over the past few decades and becoming one of the most important economic sectors in the world. And according to the World Travel and Tourism Council, or WTTC, in 2023, the tourism sector has contributed 9.5% to global GDP, creating over 300 million jobs. I was just about to say 3,000, it's 300 million jobs. Then challenges and opportunities, of course, go in line. Then I would say like one of the potential keys to solution towards the possible challenge in entertaining rapid development, prompt adaptation, and resource optimizations is the implementation of advanced technology in tourism industry and the involvement of youth in tourism industry, who will be the main player of the tourism industry and the business in the very near future. In association with bringing young people into the tourism family business, ladies and gentlemen, today we would have insights on children, parents togetherness in creating a new family business value creation, family business sustainability concept, and synergizing intergeneration conflict resolution if occurs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now commence the presentation session. And we are now having 4 passionate, energetic, and knowledgeable young speakers online with us. And to manage time, we would allocate maximum 12 to 15 minutes for individual speakers' presentation. And we would also manage the rest of the time for Q&A session at the end of the session. We would also have parents who will share 1 or 2 minutes insights about bringing young generation into the family business. Ladies and gentlemen, should you have questions during speaker presentations, please write down the question in the chat box, and once available, our speaker whom your question is dedicated to will respond to your question in writing or verbally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very much now delighted to invite our first speaker we have today. He is Igusti Sidi Wikramayana, Director of Operation at BAM Tours, Bali, with topic Achieving Operational Excellence in Family Tourism Business, the role of young innovators. So he will be touching more about insights into managing operations efficiently, while highlighting how young leaders can introduce innovative approaches to improve business performances. All right, so then for the next 12 to 15 minutes, I would be delighted to have Sidi Wikramayana to deliver his presentations, please.
Hello, everyone. So we'll put the presentation first, and then I think everybody can see it, just to verify it. So I need to check so everybody see my presentation. Yes,
Yes,
I want to let know. It's clear? Okay, thank you.
Very clear.
So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sidi Wikramayana, and back to 12 and 15, I was living in France and studying and working in the event and tourism industry. Before I left to France, I made a promise to myself: if our agency need me, I will come back, and giving up my dreams in France. So 2018, that moment came. I had to leave everything and return to Bali. And it was not easy to live the life I had gotten used, but I know it was the right thing to do, and for my family also. So now the topic is the role of young innovators achieving operational excellence in family tourism in the business. So my name is Igusti Sidi Wikramayana. So I will try to tell you about my profile. So as you know, I studied in Denpasar, Bali, in SMA and 3 Denpasar, and I took my study also at Udayana University in the marketing, and then I continued just after I graduated, and then I continued to take a Master of International Event Management in Normandy, in the north area of France. And of course, I don't know anybody there. I live, maybe I was the Balinese, the one Balinese who live in the north area. And after that, I need to perfect, I need to perfect my French language, and I took study more in diplôme universitaire d'études français, yeah, in the University of Caen. So most of my time I live in the north of French. So about my professional experience, I was assistant project manager at Capsan Voyage. So I'm so sorry because maybe a lot of my pronunciation a lot bit in French language because I fluent in French, and it's so long. I don't use my English. So I stayed 3 months there. It's a MICE and travel agency also, one of the biggest in the north area. Yeah, Lille. And then I did my internship also as assistant project manager in Mamong Lajons. It's in Paris. It was in Paris, 3 months also. And after that, I come back, as I told you before, I come back to Bali at 2018, start product development, and then operation manager and director of operation, start from 2 years ago. So I need to tell you more about my company. It's important to understand whole the story. So let me start telling you. So BAM Tours, founded by 4 stakeholders. There's my father, my mother, and me, and also my sister. Now I include my cousin also as a staff, so I can call it ultra family business. Not only a small family business, I can say like ultra family business. So what we do, what we do also so yeah, this is the picture of our families, small families, no, ultra families. I can say there's a lot of stuff. So not a lot of stuff. In the left side is our intern. So in the inside of our agency, and of course in the right side, we have also the guide, the driver, and etc. So what we do in our company, this one is one of example. We organizing travel experience for the companies in Europe. So mostly 80% of our client is from France. So I can say like all the conversation in our mail and all conversation using French. And we work a lot also with hotels, transport, event, and gala dinner, etc. So this one is one of our activities. So we can say like we are incentive agency. So we work a lot for organizing the trip for the companies who come from France mostly, and also in Europe. So this one is maybe we can say the graphic of in our companies. So now, how to achieve operational excellence in DMC field? So destination management company. So I will share you 3 tips about that. So the first one is learn the field and understand how the industry works. That is very important. So come back to Bali in 2018. I completely lost because I don't have any experience about in the tourism industry. And even going to Ubud, maybe it was challenging for me because I don't know a lot of destination in Bali. And also I thought that I know everything, and I know everything from my experience in France. But after that, I realized Bali is very different. It's not completely different with the French. So the first thing I can say, like, I let my ego take over. So comparing Bali and France, I said also in the company that is wrong, this is wrong. I think that was a big mistake what I learned. So family, especially family business, a lot of emotion, challenge also. And I can stop say like I always argue in the beginning with my mom and then with my father, different ideas, different concept, and different generation. That is the important things. And yeah, we can say like a young generation and old generation, we have a different point of view. Sometimes it's really stressful. Often brought our work problem to home. Imagine like 10 hours in the office and continue talk it again at home, and it's not. It's very exhausting. Sometimes I can say like almost give up, and I realize I need start from the basic. So I said it, learn the field and understand how the industry works. Decided learn every part of the business from the ground up. So I had experience as a driver. So I had experience as a guide. I had experience also be an operation, reservation, and accounting and technology. So I took maybe 1 year to understand everything. So 3 months as a driver, so it's very important. So I learned a lot. So as a driver, I know the roads. I don't need the Google Maps because you need to specialize on that. So how to be a driver in this area, and then you know destination as a guide because you need to learn and you need to read also about the destination and need to understand also. And then I visit restaurant, work as with the hotels and make quotation. So I think many people embrace to start at the bottom, but it's so valuable. To be honest, that is the key for me to understand how the industry works, and of course how the operation works in this field. So as I said, so I can say like three important things in this industry in the travel industry about the operation: supply chain and partnership. So we need to know hotels, transportation companies, restaurants, and etc. And we because we know in the field and client needs, and we need to know also the client needs and expectation. As a guide, you get a lot of input from your client. So recognizing the diverse needs of my client is fundamental. So this is good things, that is the bad thing. So I can argue at least uh, to my family, this is a good things, that it's a bad things based on client. So after that, we need to know about the legal landscape also. So local laws, permits, and safety standard in tourism. Next. The next slide is about the leverage your strength. After we got a lot of experience, I got a lot of experience in operational things, so I need to leverage my strength. So this one is expertise in destination knowledge. So this is about the deep knowledge of local culture, attraction, and of course now we need to know the hidden gems allows me to offer curated, authentic, and unique experience to my client. Then strong supplier relationship. Why I call it strong supplier relationship? Because to ensuring reliability, cost effectiveness, and high service quality, we need to have a strong partnership with them. And the third one is experienced workforce. So we need to develop and give a training to my staff, to my next future guide. So that is one of investment. I think it's very important. So the third one, the most important thing is be humble and down to earth, because we are living in Bali, so we need to realize that. So I call it be humble and down to earth. It's important, stay humble, smile, be kind, and show respect to everyone, to staff, clients, driver, and guides. Hospitality is key. So if environment inside our company is not harmonious, how can we deliver great service to our client? So respect start with us, and don't demand respect on it by giving it first. So please don't demand respect. So earn it by giving it. So that is my important words I can say, like food. So yeah, so as I can say, like when I joined company, I work alongside the staff, earn basic salary for 1 year also. That is, even though that I gain more salary in French when I did my internship, so come back to Bali and earn basic salary. That is very important need to understand also how it's feel. We need to feel them before we master it. Then I wanted to show them that I'm not a boss child. That is important. The boss child and always giving orders, work, and the work beside them is very really important. Even though even now, I don't have a special place in the office. I earn meals allowance and transportation like them. So we are very equilibrium. I don't know how to say equilibrium. It's like égal, yeah, égal. So I learned these things in France because when I did my internship in Maman l'Agence, the CEO of that is my role model because they don't apply the boss in the office. So everything works, everything do the best, and I try to apply this in this company. And the most important thing is also in the company how to have a great successful in family business and operation, also creating a family in the environment. So when the team feels appreciated, they give their best and the results speak for themselves, which means I experienced after 2 years being a director of operation, we always touch the record since 2022. So that's why that's how I try to develop my teams. And also I will share you something one about, because I learned this from my friend who come from France, and they also, and he had also family business. One of the best pieces of advice I received: working with family is exciting, but everyone should have their own responsibilities. Let them grow in their role. They are specialized on it. Don't bother them unless it's critical decision that requires everyone input. So this advice changed everything for me. I stopped micromanaging and I learned to trust my family members in their roles. For example, my mom focused in the relation with the hotels. My father focused creating a new product. My sister handles administration and design. And I focus on all operation things. When we need to make a big decision, we come together as a team. So that is really important. The last thing is, the biggest advantage of a family business is a trust. Your family will not betray you. That's why if we respect each other or the roles and work together, success will follow. So I think that is for me, and thank you very much for the time.
Well, thank you very much, Sidi. That was really amazing. And I would like to say that your resume is very impressive. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. Then, ladies and gentlemen, young generation, just to recap a little bit about what just Sidi mentioned to us regarding BAM's tour development. He mentioned about the business performance throughout 2014 to 2024, like the last 10 years becoming, which is contributing significant growth, I would say. And then he also said how to deliver excellence in business performances despite of arguing, because you have like different ideas with your seniors, and you have different perspective. Then you decide to learn the field back from zero instead of arguing. So it is important to learn the field and understand how the industry works. And Sidi also mentioning about the details requirements on supply chains and partnership, and the importance of clients understanding client needs and expectations. Then also about understanding on legal landscape. Then another point that was mentioned and emphasized earlier by CD is strengthening your own knowledge, which is he also take this as emphasizing his own knowledge into expertise in destination knowledge, for instance, and then having very strong supplies relationship as well as experienced workforce. Then last but not least, also be humble, as we always need to show respect to other people and respect staff, and don't demand respect, but earn it by giving it. So I also like the last statement about working with family is exciting, but need to also give them respective responsibility. Well, once again, thank you indeed, CD. So next we would like to move on into the second speaker we have here, Ms. Ana Agung Keisha Radharani, Sales and Marketing Executive of Phenom Event Indonesia, with topic Next Generation Leadership in Family-Owned Tourism Business Strategies for Growth in the MICE Industry. So ladies and gentlemen, the next 12 minutes, we would like to hear more from Ana Agung Keisha Radharani. Please, Keisha.
Thank you so much, Ms. Erica Sedana. So, hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's doing great. Firstly, it's an honor for me to be here today. Before I begin, I'd like to thank PIB College and the organizing team for this incredible opportunity where I can share my thoughts and represent the youth generation as future leaders in business. So before we move on to the discussion of MICE, I think I'll give a little fun fact about me. So before we get started, my name is Anak Agung Keisha Berani, and I have been involved approximately in the speaking industry for over 12 years, which has given me the confidence and skills to communicate effectively in a diverse environments. Well, a little bit more about my fun fact is that I'm also a multilingual. I speak around 6 languages, which helps me connect with people from various cultural and professional backgrounds. So currently, I am the sales and marketing executive of Phantom Event Indonesia, which represents my company in Singapore. And alongside my professional role, I'm actually pursuing an international business degree at KEN Singapore, with the aim of strengthening the Phantom Event Indonesia's presence and operations in the global MICE sector. So today, I will be discussing about the next generation leadership in family-owned tourism business, where strategies for growth in the MICE industry. So mainly, we're going to be focusing more on the MICE industry here. And so bear with me, since we're going to be talking about this topic, which is very crucial, as the MICE sector is a vibrant part of the tourism industry, which requires creativity, innovation, adaptability, and all areas where younger generations have much to contribute. So today's main discussion, I'll start with the role of youth in sustaining family tourism business. So this is actually a very, very crucial role for us as young generations. I'm here representing as one of the young generations, young leaders who are going to be the key point of next the tourism business in the future. So as young leaders, we bring fresh perspectives, so where creativity, strong understanding of emerging trends in the MICE industry, where such as family-owned business, they often rely on us, where we can adapt these changes while preserving their legacy. So of course, in every single generations, we have different types of unique way to express ourselves, including in businesses as well. So of course, while we also adapt to the new trends or new emerging trends in the MICE industry, we might as well have to preserve the legacy of our family business. So these dual responsibility, which is innovation and the continuity, is both a challenge and opportunity. And here's why. So I'd like to start with what is MICE, especially in the Phantom Event Indonesia's role in it. So MICE, this is a very general thing. MICE stands for meetings, incentives, conference, and exhibitions. So it's a specialized area where the tourism that revolves around these organizing business events and gathers that fosters collaboration and networking. So mostly in Phantom Event Indonesia, we focus and we aim on delivering the memorable and impactful MICE experiences, while we blend creativity with the cultural authenticity. So since Phantom Event Indonesia is actually based in Bali, where this is why Bali is called as the paradise of the world. Not only the islands are pretty, the people, the culture, they are very wonderful and precious. Why do I say so? Because in Bali, we have this culture authenticity. So what highlights Phantom Event Indonesia is that Phantom, they give this impactful and memorable experience through the collaboration between cultural authenticity and also the blends of new technological creativity. So I'll give a brief explanation furthermore about what Phantom Event Indonesia is. So Phantom Event Indonesia is actually part of the Phantom Management Group. So there are several more companies in the Phantom Management Group where these event production, we provide the destination management, event production, and creative design services, where we also serve for both local and also international clients. We are a certified event company with over 18 years of experience, where we are committed to expanding our operations globally, which are currently, we have offices in Bali, in Lombok, Jakarta, and also Malaysia. So yeah, and we are very committed to expanding our operations globally, which includes here in Singapore, which we are progressing currently. So where I am quite proud to represent the company right now. So we are unique because when our own product house, we have our own product house. So where these productions, we do it on ourselves in the end. We also combines the cutting edge technology with personal touches of what the client's needs, which creates the customized solutions for events in all sizes. So that's a little bit brief explanation of how Phenom Event Management correlates to MICE. And moving on, we'll be talking a little bit more about how we balance tradition and innovation. This is actually a very quite important information that we can highlight due to the globalization that is happening around. So why do you have to balance the tradition and innovation? So balancing these values of a family business with the demands of the modern market is actually very, very critical. So at Phenom, we respect our company's strong foundation while we also embrace the innovative practices such as hybrid events and sustainable tourism. So that's the reason why currently a lot of clients from around the world are actually aiming Bali. Not other than because they have these technological advances, they also preserve the cultural authenticity, which allows us to remain competitive while also honoring the heritage. So of course, us as Balinese, we have to show our heritage, we preserve our culture, and maybe a little more about connecting how I'm trying to path my career way, as that during my studies at Cutting University, I've had the privilege of learning about strategic career design. So this program actually has been a game changer for me. Well, it focuses on identifying my strengths, my values, and the career goals to create a pathway which aligns with personal and the professional aspirations. So why do I say it's important? Because us as young leaders in family business, not only that we just continue the family business. This is what mostly the mindsets are like. Oh, we're continuing. But other than continuing, try to think like we're expanding, we're developing the family business. So that's why by applying these principles, we can step more confidently into the leadership, which contributes to the long-term success of a business. Next up, I'm going to be discussing about the key factors of growth, especially in the MICE industry. So for me, to drive this growth in the MICE industry, family businesses, they should focus on these key factors. First, due to the globalization, more technologies are improving, we have to focus on the technology integration, like such as leveraging tools like AI, virtual platforms, even analytics to create more engaging and efficient events. For instance, currently Phenom, we also provide such as the 3D design of how the events would look like during the planning sessions. So that helps the clients to ensure and understand how the event would look like later. Moving on, the sustainability. It's why do we have to, why do you think that sustainability is key factors? Because nowadays, the planet is getting older and older. Every single time humans, they keep enforcing the natural resources. That's why we have to preserve the sustainability and also in businesses. So by implementing eco-friendly practices, such as we reduce waste and then promoting local cultures and using renewable sources would actually help us to not just help preserve and save the environment, but we also create a brand image that can help to give a better image towards our company. And then moving on, there'll be the global networking. This is one of the very important one, such as what we've conducted in Phenom. We're building relationships with the international stakeholders to expand the market reach. So even though our company is based in Bali, but we expand our market research where we've done events in Vietnam, we've done events in Korea, and many more. So that's the reason why global networkings are quite important and needs to be highlighted. And then the fourth one is the personalized experience. So tailoring every event of these specific needs of clients, which could ensure the satisfactions and the loyalty. And last but not least is the talent development, where we can invest in the next generation through the mentorship, education, and opportunities to growth. So these are like the key factors that I am trying to work on right now in order to continue my family business. Moving on, for my very last material that I'd like to be informing right now is the collaboration and the sustainability in mice. So collaboration is key in the mice industry. Why? Because, by working closely with family members, industry stakeholders, and clients, we can create meaningful events that stands out. So sustainability is equally vital. As young leaders, we must prioritize eco-conscious practices where we can integrate them into every aspects of events planning to meet the global expectations and ensure our planet's future. So things that the key points or the main highlights of today's discussion is that we have to preserve sustainability and then global networking, the technological advancement integration, and the personalized experience. Well, to conclude, I'd like to emphasize the unique role that young leaders plays in family-owned tourism business. So we have the opportunity, we have the responsibility to innovate, to inspire, develop, and elevate this legacy that we are very certainly grateful of, where our family have given us the opportunities to continue and develop this legacy of our companies. Well, one more time, I'd like to thank PIB College and everyone who has supported me in this journey. Well, the guidance and the encouragement fuel my passion to lead and grow more. And hopefully we can embrace our roles as leaders, not just for business, but for the betterment of the industry and the world. Where one more quote, leadership isn't just about taking over, it's about taking forward. Thank you, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts and questions.
Well, thank you so much, Kezia. Wow, that was really amazing. And we are also inspired by what exactly you were mentioned earlier. And also I put a note here in several bullet points here. So for other participants, also to recap what just mentioned by Kezia earlier from Singapore. So young leaders actually is a key points in tourism business in the near future. And also family business often rely on young generations. This is much associated with the unique way to express themselves, including in businesses. So then, but young generation, of course, need to also take the ownership and responsibility in preserving family value and family business. And then Kezia also emphasizing on MICE, which is focused by Phenom Events now and currently. So Phenom Events aim to blend the memorable and impactful experience to its clients. Then in this case, Phenom Events is not only focusing on client, but also focusing on developing a great cultural landscape internally, with a commitment to extend operation globally in the future. And Phenom Event, as mentioned by Kezia, that has been developing its business into Southeast Asia, for instance, like Malaysia, and now in process in doing it in Singapore. And Kezia also mentioning how we've exactly balanced tradition and innovation and why it is important. So it is very critical. And Kezia also mentioning that responding to this circumstance, Phenom Events with the young generation shape a strong foundation and embrace innovation practices. Young generation is not only continuing, but instead, young generation extending and developing businesses, not only for the business itself, but also for the world globally. Well, thank you very much once again, Kezia. So then next, we would like to move on to our third speaker, Miss Corina Permana Salim, student at Fudan University, Shanghai, China, then whose parents actually as a co-founder and also director for Melali Mines based in Bali. And Corina is focusing more into youth perspective, innovating family tourism businesses in changing world, with a focus more into a student's viewpoint on how younger generations can bring fresh ideas, technological adaptability, and sustainability practices to family tourism enterprises. All right, so for the next 12 minutes, I would like to allocate the time to Miss Corina, please. Corina.
Hello, everyone. Let me just share my screen real quick. Are you guys able to see?
Yes, Corina is very
cool.
clear.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to share my gratitude for Ibu Erika for inviting me to be part of this event and this very spectacular event by PIB International School in Bali. So for my presentation, I will be discussing the topic of youth perspective, innovating family tourism business in a changing world. So as young people, we are the future drivers of change in this dynamic industry. And today I will try to share my insight on how the youths can influence innovation in a family tourism and what strategies can help businesses thrive in an ever-changing world. But disclaimer, this is only from a student point of view because I personally don't have as much an on-ground experience as the other speakers do because I'm still currently a student. So I hope you guys only take this as a theoretical point of view. So continuing from this, before diving deeper, I would like to share a bit about myself and my connection to this topic. I am currently, as Ibu Erika has introduced me before, I am the second generation in a family-run conference and event organizer business. So, and I feel like conference and event organizing plays a very significant role in tourism, especially in destinations like Bali, which, as the previous speakers have also mentioned, Bali is a very vibrant place, and then it's culturally rich and traditionally very, very deep as well. So a lot of people like to hold their events in Bali. And events like this bring people together. It also drives cultural exchange and contribute to the local economy. They're not just gatherings, but they're also experiences that connects and inspires everyone. And connecting it back to myself, right after high school, both my parents and I decided that it would be best for me to pursue my higher educations abroad. And up till this very moment, I have studied in a total of 3 different countries, which are the flags that are on the slide currently. And I am currently right now in Shanghai in China. And studying abroad has been very, very transformative for me because it's given me the exposure to innovation practices and trends in the tourism and event industries, and which are insights I aim to bring back to my family business. By integrating fresh ideas and the strong foundation built by my family and all of the stakeholders inside the company, I hope to contribute to the growth and sustainability of our business and the broader tourism section. And with this personal perspective in mind, let's start exploring how youth can drive innovation in family tourism businesses, especially in the MICE industry. So, while family business in tourism and event organizing are deeply rooted in tradition and personal connection, and also other things as because we have others different stakeholders, we also face a lot of unique challenges that must be addressed for a long term. And then first, it would be generational gap. The first speaker as the next generation, we have different values, we have different expectations, and then these type of stuff can create tensions. For example, maybe the older generation may prioritize the established practices, while us, the younger generation, we pushes for a more modernization aspect of doing things. And these differences can hinder knowledge transfers and delay leadership succession. And then next would be diverse career opportunities. And this will probably be very relevant to a lot of young people currently because many younger family members are drawn to career paths outside the family business with the many opportunities that are available outside right now. With so many available options today, the family businesses may seem less appealing or too rigid compared to other opportunities. And then the third would be adapting to the post-pandemic realities because the pandemic has reshaped the event industry with a shift towards hybrid events and then virtual meetings and an increasing demand for sustainability and a more personalization and personalized experiences. And this makes us family businesses to be able to adapt quickly to these trends to remain competitive. Lastly, it would be barriers to innovation, because traditional practices, while they are valuable, can sometimes act as a barrier to adopting new technologies or embracing modern event trends. Resistance to change within the business can limit growth opportunities. And these challenges, though significant, also present opportunities for transformation. By recognizing and addressing these barriers, family businesses can lay groundwork for innovation and sustained success. As maybe some people might know, there are sayings that by recognizing the problem, that's already half the job done. So it works the same way in this type of stuff. Next is how can us youths make a difference? The younger generation holds immense potential to drive innovation and ensure the sustainability of family businesses, especially in the tourism and event organizing industry. And here's how I think us young people can make a change. One is by offering fresh ideas. Young people bring fresh perspective and creative solutions to long-standing industry challenges. For example, as simple as we can focus on designing more personalized event experience, incorporating unique cultural elements, or maybe finding an innovative way to combine an in-person and virtual components for hybrid events, and a more modernized approach on views on how to tackle a problem. Second would be technological adaptability. The younger generation is naturally more comfortable with using technology, and it is our turn to keep up with the ever-changing world and keep on adapting ourselves and integrating these techs into the business. These tools will then not only enhance efficiency, but also elevate our overall client experience. Next would be understanding the current trends. We're more in tune with the modern consumer demands, and today's travelers and event participants, a lot of them tend to have a prioritization on sustainability, personalization, and eco-friendly practices. And as young members, we are better equipped to embed these trends into our services, ensuring that we stay relevant and competitive in the market. So, and lastly, we have youth as a change agent. On a personal note, my time studying abroad has exposed me to how businesses worldwide can innovate and adapt. This experience has then inspired me to explore new approaches that I could use to apply it to my family business and balance our family business's tradition with modern practices. I envision applying what I've learned to integrate fresh ideas and under the current trends, and then technological adaptability, while also preserving the values that make our business unique. By embracing these strengths, the younger generation can serve as a catalyst for meaningful change, paving the way for sustained growth and innovation in our family business. So now, us as younger generation, we're in a unique position to integrate technology into the event organizing cycle while making operations more efficient and attendee experiences more engaging. And one of the way that people usually do this is by integrating it into the event cycle. Maybe by during the pre-event, maybe it's using the event management software or other excellent tools or platforms, which I know a lot of the event organizing teams right now have been using these technologies to ensure that the event runs smoother. And then maybe during the event also technology like QR codes that can be used, like the invitation from the PIB webinar where we have the QR code to register, something simple like that. And maybe for post-event, we have all of the data analytics that can provide us valuable insight for future events. And then second important thing that I feel like are crucial to remember is that the fact that innovation doesn't have to be radical. This is what I personally have learned from one of my subjects while I was studying my bachelor degree in the UK, is the fact that innovation doesn't have to be radical, because it doesn't always require a complete overhaul of existing processes for it to become innovation. Sometimes small adjustments can also have a big impact. And for example, as we've mentioned before as well, with the technology integration is by instead of using a paper, we are starting to move and using like a more paperless and then using something online, QR codes, and then relying more on the web data instead of just everything needs to be paper and manual. And then this ensuring, or a bigger thing would be ensuring that we have a strong database system supporting our every step of the event planning are also a crucial way to like start these small steps. And then innovation is also not something that can happen overnight. It needs continuous improvement for it to be effectively used in a day-to-day basis. Because as I said previously, rather than aiming for a large disruptive changes all at once, we can start by introducing manageable changes where a small step can set the larger steps for innovations down the line. Lastly is to have technology and sustainability integrate together. And this integration doesn't just enhance efficiency, it can also support sustainability. For instance, maybe by replacing, reducing waste and then making events more accessible, and then make a small technological adaptation, which can contribute to long-term sustainability goals by minimizing environmental impact and reducing costs. And it is important to foster a mindset where innovation, even on a small scale, is seen as a positive step toward a more sustainable and efficient event management. So coming back to like one of the slides that I've mentioned where we're talking about generational gaps, one of the critical aspects of sustaining a family-run event business is overcoming these generational gaps especially in the leadership area. And one thing I've thought about 3 things that could be efficient in order to tackle this problem. And one of the most important part of this for me is for us to be the bridge. So as young people, as young generation, we can play a pivotal role in harmonizing the strengths of both traditional and modern approaches. Because as Kak Sidi previously mentioned, using our ego is not always the right thing to do. We need to recognize as well that what the previous generation have done all up until now is what they think is correct. And we can contribute by harmonizing what they think is correct with what we think is correct and be the bridge between the traditional approach and what's currently relevant in the day-to-day world that we're living in now. And acting as a mediators ensures smoother transition and foster mutual respect between us, the generation, and also our clients. And then 2 is to have a collaboration strategies between us and the previous generation, be it by having an open communication and like having an open discussion about integrating traditional event values with a more innovative methods. And then with this, making sure that even though we have that the business retains its unique identity while also staying relevant. And then second is to always learn from our previous generation. Let's say like having a mentorship with them, because it is very crucial for us to learn from the mistakes that they've done in the past to ensure that we don't repeat the same mistakes, because every single experiences that they've done previously is very important and crucial for us to learn nowadays. And then lastly is to professionalize the business by establishing standard operating procedures to ensure that we have a consistent quality in event planning, regardless who take the lead. This will clearly define the structured roles and responsibilities, and this could then help reduce conflicts and foster accountability and ensures smooth operation across generation. By bridging the generational gap, we can then create a stronger and a more unified family business that embraces both tradition and innovation. And then Next is to discuss how we can make the strategies align with the broader vision for youth-led innovation in tourism and events. So how do we strengthen resilience? As we look into the future, us as younger generation, our next goal is to ensure that the long-term sustainability of our family business and making sure that it remains relevant and resilient as the world continues to change. And from a rather simplistic view, I believe that there are two crucial points following this topic. Number one is sustainability as a core focus. This isn't just about an environmental responsibility, but also making sure the business adapts and continuously evolves towards the market trends and societal expectation. Embracing technological advancement or adjusting our operation to reflect changing consumer values are also key parts of this. And then number two is building a future-proof business. To secure the future of the business, we need to ensure that we've prepared for future challenges. This involves the points that I've mentioned earlier, which would be integrating the technology, adopting the sustainable practices, aligning core values with changing demands, and moreover, fostering a culture of innovation within the company is a vital for long-term survival. Innovation doesn't only mean new products, but it's also about creating an environment where change is embraced and new ideas are encouraged. And it is very important for us to never shut down any idea, because even the stupidest idea can be valuable for us in the future. And as we wrap up with where we have already arrived in my last slide, let's reflect on the key takeaways from today's presentation that I've prepared. So youth-led innovation is not just an option, it is a necessity for family-run businesses in today's fast-changing world. By integrating technology, prioritizing sustainability, and bridging generational gaps, we can ensure that the conference and event organizing businesses stay competitive and relevant. Our role as the bridge between traditional and innovation is vital, and by blending the wisdom and values of older generation with modern and forward-thinking approaches, we can honor the past while building a brighter future. And here's my call to action for all of us. Let's embrace change, adapt our family businesses to meet evolving industry demand, and most importantly, think long-term. Build businesses that are not just successful today, but are sustainable for generations to come. And thank you everyone for your time, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts and questions. Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you very much, Corina, Pramana, Salim. So sharing so many ideas, so many critical points that you highlighted to us. And those points, and I believe, are also a wake-up call in intergeneration communications. It's a call to action as well, as you mentioned. So ladies and gentlemen, and all young generation attending today, just to recap a little bit on what just Corina mentioned earlier, as family business might seem rigid and not appealing for young generation, but of course, by recognizing problem, for instance, and barriers in family business, a young generation could actually make a difference and bring great performance into a family business. There are some challenges are also highlighted earlier by Corina, for instance, like generation gap, for instance, and diverse career opportunities, how they see the family business and adapting to post-pandemic realities is also part of a challenge, and also barriers into innovation. So then I will take a little bit more time to recap what just mentioned earlier by Corina. So then what are the most critical circumstances as young generation to be aware of in MICE industry? She mentioned about innovation technology in MICE. So bringing technology integration and innovation does not have to be radical, but embracing a little changes in innovation, they could always contribute to improvements of the business itself in MICE industry. And what are the most important key points here in overcoming generation gap? Actually, be the bridge. And Corina also mentioned collaboration strategy is required, and professionalizing the business itself is also very mandatory. And how to exactly strengthen resilience? There are two key points here, essential points: sustainability as a core focus and building a future-proof business. So she also mentioned, last but not least, never shut down any ideas. So any ideas could actually bring valuable points in the very near future. So then I would like to address my gratitude to all the three speakers. And now we'd like to move on to the last speaker we have, Tristan Dirama. He's also the founder and president director of TDR Films, with topic visual storytelling, showcasing family heritage and cultural identity through tourism media. So the focus will be using storytelling and visual content to promote family-run tourism businesses and inspire youth participation in preserving traditions through creative media. So then we would like to have the prerequisites, and he will be joining us soon for the Q&A session. All right, so then I think I need to make a correction that Tristan is joining us online here. So then I think instead of doing the prerequisites here, he will be sharing ideas on visual storytelling, showcasing family heritage and cultural identity through tourism media. Please, Tristan.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm not going to use any PPT because I think it would be better to do that. Okay, so imagine walking into a shop and seeing a beautifully crafted wooden mask. You pick it up, marveling at the intricate details and wonder who made this? What's the story behind it? Now, what if I told you that the story of this mask, the artist who made it, and the culture it represents could be somehow preserved and shared with the world through the power of visual storytelling? And that's what I'm going to discuss today. We're going to talk more about how storytelling through film and creative media can preserve our heritage, promote family-run businesses, and inspire the next generation to connect more with their culture. And stay with me, because this isn't just about preserving the past. It's also about shaping the future. Now, family-run businesses, and the focus is now the small ones, are the heart of cultural tourism, especially in places like Bali. And many of these businesses focus on crafting traditional goods, like hand-carved statues, intricate textiles, or painted masks that are deeply tied to the culture. And these aren't just souvenirs. To me, they're pieces of history, each carrying the skill, tradition, and the passion of the artist who made it. But here's the challenge. Now, the younger generation today is somehow more drawn to the modern world, to technology, and to a sort of fast-paced lifestyle that sometimes leave this tradition behind. And the skills and knowledge needed to create these incredible crafts are somehow drifted away, or some just being lost. And without a proper intervention, I think we're risking a loss on vital part of our heritage. And speaking about the topic now, this is where visual storytelling comes into play. And I believe through film and any other media, we can capture not just the finished product, but the process behind it, the journey of creation. When people see like an artisan at work, carefully carving a wooden mask or weaving a fabric, they don't just see the end result. They see the craftsmanship, the dedication, and the tradition behind it. And that connection is what I think makes the story comes to life. And one of the most exciting aspects of visual storytelling is how it can engage to the younger generations. And again, as I mentioned before, we know that today's youth is all about social media, digital platforms. They creating content, sharing stories, and showcasing their lives every day. But why not channel that energy into something meaningful? And by teaching young people how to use these platforms, whether it's capturing behind the scenes footage, artisans at work, or sharing their own stories about their own cultural traditions. I think we can somehow encourage them to become storytellers and, quote, cultural ambassadors. So they're not just preserving heritage, they're also learning skills in filmmaking, videography, editing, content creation, and social media management, etc. And imagine the impact if a young person in Bali filmed the making of a traditional Balinese mask and shared it on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all the social media there is in the world. And it's the story that gets out into the world, and somehow it engages others in the way that we might never expect. And as the founder of TDR Films, we spent a lot of time working with corporate clients. We mostly focus on marketing, how to elevate their brand, how to tell their own stories. But I think looking ahead, our vision is kind of shift towards focusing more on cultural stories. And we believe by telling the stories of said family-run businesses, local artisans, and these cultural traditions, we may be able to help preserve what's truly special and unique. And through filmmaking, through video production, through photography, etc., we can bring these stories into a global audience and inspires others to learn, to appreciate, and to continue this tradition. The goal is to kind of create films and content that highlights the beauty of cultural and heritage. So not just the tangible product, but also the people and the stories behind them. And it's about showing the world the richness of traditions that often go unnoticed. And we want to also inspire the younger generation, of course, to see this tradition, not just as something from the past, but as something worth celebrating and preserving it for the future. And I think if I want to wrap up this session, I want to leave all of the audience with this thought. Our heritage, our stories, and our traditions are not just relics from the past. They are the foundation for our future. And I think through visual storytelling, we can preserve these valuable pieces of history, but we can also inspire, on the other hand, the next generation to somehow connect with them, to celebrate them, and to ensure that they continue to pass on this tradition to the next generation under them. And if it's not us who tell the stories, if we don't kind of share the process, the dedication, and the passion that goes into preserving our cultural traditions and practices, then the question is, who will? So I encourage you to somehow get involved, whether it's sharing a story of a local artisan, capturing a cultural event, or simply taking the time to learn more about the traditions that shaped our world. And visual storytelling can make all the difference in preserving the beauty of our heritage for future generations. So I think that's everything. I'm not sure that's 15 minutes, but thank you for taking the time to join me today. I hope you have been inspired to see the value in cultural storytelling and the power it has to preserve our traditions. Let's all of us work together and to share these stories and somehow keep our cultural heritage alive. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Tristan, from sharing this one from Jakarta. So young generation, ladies and gentlemen, just to recap a little bit what just Tristan mentioned earlier, pieces of history carrying out skill, tradition, and the passion of the artist in the making. So then we just need to really appreciate that. So young generation sometimes is more drawn into modern world and technology-based, for instance, or innovation, and it seems leaving a great tradition behind. So this is where visual storytelling comes into play. And this is not only about the finished product that we are speaking here, but more into appreciation of the craftsmanship, dedication behind it. So it makes the story comes to life. And this is how we could actually engage young generations with our valuable traditions. And by encouraging young generation to do more valuable storytelling, they can also become a cultural ambassador. With the young generation here, you get the story out to the world, to the global audience, to appreciate and continue this tradition as a valuable assets. TDR Films, in this case, also will be focusing more into cultural storytelling to be able to preserve what truly special and what is truly unique. As a wrap-up, Tristan also highlighted our tradition is not left from the past. This is valuable pieces of history to inspire other generation and to also connect to ensure they continue to pass on this valuable cultural preservation. So then virtual storytelling will make a difference in this case. All right, so once again, thank you very much indeed, Tristan. And before we proceed to Q&A sessions, I would be very, very much delighted to invite. We do have here actually founder and CEO of Phenom Group. So Bapak Tommy Sujana as a parent side at our side here. So I would just like to say hello, Bapak Tommy. How are you? So we actually would be delighted to invite Pak Tommy Sujana to say a few words in 2 or 3 minutes to see your perspective about young generations into family business, how they could really share some innovation and take ownership and responsibility to make a huge development here. In the same time, they also embrace respect, embrace corporate culture to deliver greater performance. Please, Pak Tommy.
Hi, Bu Erika. How are you? Thank
Very
you
well,
for
thank
the
you, please.
opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. So, what an awesome webinar today, especially with the young talented speakers. I was so amazed with the speakers. Wow, you all rock. Yeah. Well, as we know, the youth, young generation is the bridge between tradition and modernity, in family tourism business. So in the tourism business. So what I can say to all of you here, family tourism business is built on 3 things, just like the other speakers shared just now. So it's first trust, experience, then passion. So you, as the young generations, as the youth, you are the innovators, the potential to bring fresh ideas and technological advancements to the business, of course. In the wake of global challenges like what we had last time with the COVID-19 pandemic, the youth have an exciting opportunity to redefine the tourism industry. So the involvement of youth in tourism business is not just about continuing a legacy, okay? It's about creating a sustainable, inclusive, and dynamic future. So let's shape the future of tourism industry with creativity, innovation, and this will be your responsibility, the young generation's responsibilities. So be young, awesome, and success. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Pak Tommy, the founder, CEO of Phenom Events or Phenom Groups, I would say. So then, ladies and gentlemen, young generation, Pak Tommy just mentioned, family business are built based on 3 main pillars. If you had it before, so trust, experience, and also passion, which is most critical. And young generation bring innovation more to global relationship on board. And also one of the most important key points also mentioned earlier is young generation is not only continuing, as mentioned by Keisha earlier. So young generation is more into sustaining the business, get the inclusivity on board, and also ensuring the dynamic future happening. So thank you so much. And next, we would like to also invite Ibu Diah Permana. She's actually the co-founder and director of PT Melali Mais, who is also joining us today. So I'd like to have her insight for 1 or 2 minutes here, Ibu Diah. So just like say hello.
Hi, Mbak Erika.
Yes, how are you, Ibu Diah?
Fine, thank you.
Very good. Well, thank you for joining us. Please, I would like to have your insight for 1 or 2 minutes, please, Ibu.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mbak Erika, for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts on this important topic. Yeah, I was so happy, enjoying and learning a lot from listening to the presentation delivered by Sidi, Keisha, Corina, my daughter, and also Tristan. They really are smart, humble young people, the young generation who will be the successors of their parents with their family businesses. Congratulations to all of you. I'm really proud of you. You have really delivered a great presentations. So regarding family business are really unique, yeah. And involving the younger generation is essential to keep them strong and thriving. The young generation has a crucial role to play, but it's equally also important to remind them that success takes time. It needs a process, and it requires planning, consistency, and persistence. Nothing can be done instantly. So we have to keep reminding them of this process. So as parents, we must spark their interest early, involving them in small projects or letting them make decisions helps them feel engaged and see the difference they can make, yeah, in the family business. And we also need to provide the young generation with the right tools. And I believe that education and hands-on experience are invaluable, very important in helping them build the skills and confidence to face challenges. And we should also align the business with their aspirations. What do they like? What do they love? Are they really want to, join the family business? By blending family values with fresh ideas, we can inspire them to take ownership and feel invested in the business of success. And mentorship is another key factor. I think some of you have mentioned also about the mentorship from your parents. And as parents and leaders, we need to guide them while giving them the space to explore and ideas and take calculated risks. They have also, of course, to calculate the risk of what they are doing, not only, calculating the profits. And that said, I believe in giving my children the freedom to choose their own paths by allowing them to discover their strengths and weaknesses. They can decide whether to join their family business or follow their own dreams. So we should not force them to follow our path because this is our passion. It doesn't need to be or to meant to be. This is also the passion of our children. So the freedom often leads to more authentic and fulfilling choices. And we just give them the chance and the freedom to choose of what they like to do. I think that is my perspective. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Ibu Dia. So we also learned a lot of key points today from two of our parents here, then from Ibu Dia, also from Pak Tommy. So Ibu Dia just remind us, also highlighted that family business is indeed very unique, and involving young generation is very essential, as they have crucial role to play in the family business as well, in the development and the improvement. Then, but we need to also remind that success does take time. Nothing can be done instantly, and therefore it needs persistent discipline as well as determination in the process. We need to also provide young generation with the right tool, in this case, education, the right education on their choice. Then we need to also align business with their aspiration, understand what exactly and why exactly the reasons for young generation to join into family business is also very critical. Mentorship is also another key factor, as mentioned by Ibu Dia earlier. And we need to start to learn, bring the young generation to learn a calculated risk here, which is very critical, not only doing the calculated profit, as mentioned. So discover young generation strength and weaknesses, therefore young generation can also make their own passion, decision, and path to a greater performance and a more fulfilling choice. Well, thank you very much once again, Ibudi. I'm very sure that our speakers here also taking note on this one. So before we proceed to our MC, I would like to actually invite questions. If we have a question from participants here, so participant will be able to actually raise your hand and then address your questions, and then our speaker will actually respond your questions. So speakers are here. We have 4 speakers here still online. One is from Shanghai, and then from Singapore, from Jakarta, also from Denpasar, Bali, which is amazing to have you all here, young speakers. Yes, may I check? Do we have a question here? All right, so then before we adjourn, that I would like to address to all participants. If you have questions still, please do reach us. Then we can actually reach our speakers, because we are actually still in touch for sure, and to develop a closer communication and relationship to young generation, because we would like to have another sessions which is involving young generation here. So then, ladies and gentlemen, young generations, distinguished speakers, so I would like to also extend my gratitude. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. And then I hope that by having this international webinar series on special edition on youth, we all have a better understanding on insights about youth in tourism, family business. So by tackling the subject of bringing youth into family business, tourism, family business, I should say, this international webinar series has touched upon important dimension of the contribution and drive young generation within tourism family business. Family-run tourism businesses have shifted towards professional management practices by integrating technology, as mentioned by all speakers, modernizing operations, and advised by CD earlier, engaging skilled young talents and tourism family businesses will be able to address great response to the demands of global market. Such involvement and drive are critical to ensure the sustainability of family business amidst evolving challenges. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Young leaders, Pak Tommy and also Ibu Dia, thank you indeed once again. All speakers, thank you for your contribution. Corina, Keisha, CD, and Tristan, thank you once again. I'm Erika Sedana. It is indeed a great honor to be part of this essential panel today. And let's get back to our MC, Ms. Veronica Dwi Atmaja.
Well, thank you, Ms. Erika, and all of expert speakers today. We hope this webinar has shared useful tips and strategies you can apply in your work. If you have more questions or want to learn more, feel free to contact our team. Don't forget to fill out the attendance form to get your certificate. The link is in the chat box, and we'll email your certificate after the webinar. So we move to the next agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, in appreciation of the speakers' contributions, we presented the certificate to the expert speakers at the international webinar today. Certificate is presented to Mr. Igusti Sidi Wikramayana. We give applause for Mr. Igusti Sidi Wikramayana. We continue. Certificate presented to Miss Anna Agung Keisha Radharani. Please give applause for Miss Anna Agung Keisha Radharani. And the third, we continue. Certificate is presented to Miss Corina Permana Salim. Congratulations to Miss Corina Permana Salim. And the last, certificate is presented to Mr. Gede Tristan Desirata Rama. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for all our expert speakers today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we move to the next agenda. We would also like to share some exciting news from PIB College, with all of you. The first, we will hold a free online info session about exploring the world of hospitality and promising career opportunities. This session will take place on Saturday, 7 December 2024 via Zoom. If you are interested, you can register using the link on this flyer. The next, we also have a thrill to announce that PIB College is opening a new master degree program in the tourism planning and development. For those attending this meeting who are interested in pursuing the master degree, we have a special prize. What makes our master program unique is our faculty, which includes international and national experts. Don't miss it. This is a golden opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, we next to the next agenda. Before we end our international webinar, please turn on your cameras for a group photo. Let's capture this moment together. Please smile for the camera. I can help to count it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Smile. Move slide. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Good, thank you. Thank you all for your active participation through the sessions. Finally, on behalf of the International Webinars Committee, we sincerely apologize for any mistakes during this event. As we close, we invite you to stay connected through YouTube, or we have an Instagram at PIB College. Thank you for joining us today. We truly appreciate your time and hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you on the next webinar series on 17 December at IWS. Goodbye and thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mbak Dia.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey Alicia.
Hi!
What's up?
How's it going?
So, shall we start our campus searching?
Let's get into it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Best tourism and digital campus in Bali.
I found the perfect one for you. Please stand up.
But why here?
Right. Standing in the heart of world tourism, PIB College was built on 15 hectares of pure green goodness. Goodbye stuffy classroom, hello fresh air. At PIB, Culinary Arts Gastronomy Program isn't just about cooking. With the top-notch facilities and the help of experienced chef, you will learn all about cooking and baking with the right technique so you can make incredible gourmet food that tastes really good and looks really good, packed with nutrient that makes it excellent. Now let me take you to another side of fun. Hotel Management Program will put you in the heart of hospitality world. You can learn directly from 5-star hotels and industry professionals. You'll learn what it takes to make stays feel like home, make every guest like a VIP, and make sure every little thing is in their perfect state. And for you, the experience maker, Event Management Program. It goes beyond organizing. This is the program where you create epic moments, from brainstorming cool ideas to bringing them into reality. This is the program where you can learn and making experiences that will stay for a lifetime. Next, the Digital Business Program. It's more than just about technology. It's about driving innovation, creating cool trends, and planning your winning strategy, from web designing to digital marketing. The program that gives sharp business ideas and the digital mastery you need to thrive in the tourism and fast-paced digital landscape. In PIB, we embrace the journey of self-discovery and personal growth, diverse range of support, and an uplifting community. Whether you're looking to relax or get active, you'll find a place to thrive. You can even case your opportunities to the dream countries through Global Internship Program. So dream boldly, dare greatly, let your passion be visible. For here in PIB, dreams are made possible.
Executive management programs will be conducted in 1 year at Polytechnic International Bali and 3 years at the Purba Kempinski Bali. These combinations of learning will maximizing the delivery of excellent classrooms experience paired with exquisite property of the Purba Kempinski Bali.
We have built up the executive management program with a PIB school for the simple reason to respond to needs for the future. So it's a long-term goal.
Jadi program IMP ini adalah perwujudan dari program pendidikan vokasional. Program ini adalah program yang sudah digariskan oleh Presiden kita Jokowi untuk menghasilkan tenaga kerja yang mumpuni. Dan ini adalah kesempatan yang baik bagi calon student untuk bisa experience dunia kerja pada early stage.
With the focus study in year 2 until 4, the students will receive a direct knowledge and expertise from the signature trainers and hotel managers. In addition, also these students will be conducting a project based as their final year assignment, on which will enhance the students' managerial, analytical, communications, and leadership skills matched with the programs of the Purba Kempinski Bali.
Program ini adalah bentuk dari komitmen PIB untuk selalu berinovasi di dalam mencetak student experience maupun academic excellence yang terbaik.
So the outcomes we are looking for these programs are to be able to bring new talents to the forefront and help this talent to develop on a faster track. This will bring new energy into the educational system, into the way we are going to be able to operate. These programs already exist in other destinations worldwide and are not new and have brought a lot of benefit to organizations.
In the long run, this program will create a future graduates with a strong leadership and entrepreneurial skills. Furthermore, the graduates will also have a greater chance to fill strategic positions at the Purba Kempinski Bali.
Most of the people who have come out of these programs have become general managers. So there is a very strong belief that we can establish the same in Indonesia. The partnership with PIB and the Purba Kempinski Bali is a strong one, and we sincerely believe that we can develop these talents. So the outcome will be a positive outcome for the trade, for the scholars, for the school systems as well. So everybody will benefit.
Jadi dari program IMP ini yang paling diuntungkan adalah student itu sendiri, ya. Kalian para student dan juga orang tua, ayo pelajari lebih dalam dari program ini.
We're looking to have a successful first batch of these programs and industry recognitions, and continue our strong commitments in delivering better quality in hospitality education, not just in Bali, but also in Indonesia.
The hopes for this program is that it will continue with the years to come because it needs to. It's a long-term objectives, and it will become the new reference for the hotel trade, for the schools, and for the student as well.